As national COVID emergency rules come to an end, also ending is an immigration policy known as Title 42, which was put in place during the pandemic to keep people seeking asylum out of the United States and slow the spread of COVID-19. 23 ABC's Brianna Willis joins us live in studio with a breakdown of this policy after speaking with local immigration attorneys. Brianna.
Mark, Title 42 is not new. It's a public health rule that in 1944 gave health officials the power to deny immigrants access to our country to protect public health. But the attorneys I spoke with say while the rule might have been necessary during the height of the pandemic, it lasted too long and it has been used as a law enforcement tool.
The people that I see in this office that make it into the United States are fleeing desperate circumstances.
Circumstances where some immigration attorneys say some of these people are fearing for their lives.
Who were impacted by this policy, who were forced to wait or basically expelled onto Mexico, forced to live in squalor-like conditions at the southern border and made up shelter camps. And exposed to high incidents of violent attacks from criminal organizations at the southern border.
Directing attorney with the United Farm Worker Foundation, Amber Tovar says Title 42 was enacted in March 2020 by the Trump administration during the height of COVID-19.
Meant to deter immigrants who are coming to our borders to seek their lawful right to asylum. What it did in practice, it was expel a huge number of immigrants at the southern border.
And local immigration attorney Wynn Eaton tells me the rule should have expired before Thursday.
Title 42 should have ended when the pandemic ended, when we no longer had a health crisis. We're using it illegally as a law enforcement tool to give us the right to expel people from the United States or not let them enter.
Eaton adding he believes this goes beyond a rule and Border Patrol agents.
This is often dealt with as a law enforcement issue, and it really is a humanitarian crisis.
While Title 42 is ending, Tovar says there are other rules being added by the Biden administration and some already in place.
But Title 8 basically allows officials to subject individuals who are crossing the border without inspection to be expeditedly removed.
She says along with the expedited removal, you can be barred from entering the country in the next 5 years without lawful status. And if violated, you can be subject to criminal prosecution, which is why both Tovar and Eaton say there needs to be better immigration rules altogether.
It's been more than 40 years since we have had any sort of comprehensive type of immigration laws to protect individuals, and that Congress needs to act on this.
It needs to be dealt with. Congress needs to deal with it, and I just shudder to think what it's going to look like if it goes on much longer.
Today, the House passed the Border Security Act bill that would place new restrictions on asylum seekers, but the White House has already threatened to veto the bill. Coming up at 6, we have more from the attorneys about the resources we have locally as this policy ends. In studio, Brianna Willis, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
Brianna, thank you very much. And local Congressman and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, along with other members of the House Republican Conference, announcing the passage of the Secure the Border Act ahead of Title 42's expiration. The House passed the sweeping border security bill, but it's not expected to survive the Senate, and President Biden has already threatened to veto the bill. The measure would restart stalled construction on the southern border wall, upgrade technology at the border, and increase funding for border agents. Additionally, it would reinstate the Remain in Mexico policy, add new restrictions to those seeking asylum, and enhance the requirements for the E-Verify program, which allows employers to verify individuals' immigration status.
By passing H.R. 2, House Republicans have shown we're focused on addressing our nation's biggest challenges. By contrast, the White House has 2 years to plan for the end of Title 42. We all knew the deadline, but the White House produced no plan, missed the deadline, and bumbled into another crisis.
Today's vote was close, 219 to 213, with 2 Republicans breaking ranks to vote no, Representatives Thomas Massie and John Duarte. The Biden administration criticized the bill, saying it would make things worse instead of better.